Welcome to our second part of Introduction to Chemistry. In this very short video, we will talk about mixtures and pure substances. So mixtures and pure substances are subtypes of matter. So every matter can be subdivided to either being a mixture or pure substance. Further on, we will talk about homogeneous mixtures, heterogeneous mixtures, chemical compounds, and elements. But in this video, we will be only talking about the upper part, meaning pure substances and mixtures. To differentiate between mixtures and pure substances, there is only one question that you will have to ask yourself, and the question is, can it be physically separated? Physical separation meaning the most easy way to just separate it by hand or using any method that you could think of, such as filter and so on and so forth. So, if the answer to our question would be yes, we have a mixture on our hands. A very nice example for this would be the cornflakes that we eat in the morning, usually with milk. And the answer would clearly be yes, because we can easily separate the matter, the cornflakes, from the milk by hand or using a filter, so we know it's a mixture. And the definition of a mixture is that a mixture is a blend of two or more substances, each with its own chemical identity. The milk has its own chemical identity, and the cornflakes have a very distinct, different chemical identity. Therefore, we have a mixture. So for another example, so you just have a plate or a bowl filled with sugar. And the question is now, can it be physically separated? And the answer would be no. There's only sugar in the bowl. There's nothing to separate it from. So we know we have a pure substance. And a pure substance is defined as a substance that has a uniform chemical composition through and through the whole substance. So now we will have a little exercise. On the top here you can see some examples. We have seawater, water, gold, concrete, sugar, and mayonnaise. And now I want you to pause this video and order these entities towards being a mixture or a pure substance. Alright, let's get started. Let's start with seawater. If we ask the question, can it be physically separated? The answer would be, by hand it would be quite hard, but yes, we can use specialized filters to actually filter the seawater, the water from the salt within the seawater. So the answer would be yes, and we have a mixture here. The next one would be water. Is it possible to physically separate water? Physically separating water is not possible, therefore we put it as a pure substance. Gold. Alright, gold. Can gold be physically separated? No, it is a pure substance, and actually it's also an element. So all the elements on our periodic table of elements are pure substances from the definition. Therefore, we put gold as a pure substance. Next on our hand, we have concrete, and concrete, of course, can be physically separated. It is mainly consisted of some minerals and water, so the answer would be yes, and therefore we have concrete as a mixture. Sugar, we had sugar as an example already. It would be very, very impossible to physically separate sugar, therefore sugar is a pure substance. It is not as gold an element, but it is a pure substance because it has the same chemical composition throughout. Mayonnaise, on the other hand, can be physically separated, of course, and it is a mixture. After this video, we will have a few more questions for you to solve, and then we will see you in the next chapter.